我也希望北京当局可以理解。
I hope that the Beijing authorities understand that democratic Taiwan and our democratically elected government will not concede to threats and intimidation. Positive cross-strait interactions with mutual respect are the best way to serve our people. The results of this election have made that answer crystal clear.
就是最清楚的答案。
All right, let's get straight to Taipei now. And our Chief North Asia correspondent Stephen Engle has been covering this weekend's vote. Steve, a clear message there to Beijing. So I suppose what comes next? Where does this leave cross-strait relations?
Yeah, it was a pretty clear message. If you thought those November district council elections in Hong Kong were a rebuke of Beijing because they overwhelmingly sided on the anti-establishment, pro-democracy legislators, or district councillors, I should say, in Hong Kong, this was more of a gut punch or a slap in the face to Beijing because Taiwan, of course, is the bigger prize for Beijing. They want to employ the one country, two systems here. Eventually, they want reunification with Taiwan. However, the people overwhelmingly voted against that. That was the primary platform of the KMT. The old ruling party, the original Chinese leaders of the Formosa of Taiwan. Of course, now, of the 7 presidential elections, the DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party of Tsai Ing-wen, has won 4 of those 7 elections, including 4 of the last 6. And the last 2 were not even close. Tsai Ing-wen getting more than 57% of the votes, more than 8 million ballots cast in her favor. That was a record. So an overwhelming, rebuke, punch in the gut of Beijing by the electorate here in Taiwan, who do not want authoritarian rule. Basically, that's the bottom line.
Well, Beijing doesn't seem too happy, at least from what we can gauge from their state-run news agency commentary out there.
Yeah, Xinhua was out fairly quickly, as was the Global Times, and now the Foreign Ministry spokesperson also out with statements. Beijing is not pleased, whether they're not pleased with the electorate or with foreign influences. That's what they've, again, labeled, as well as anti-China forces who are trying to limit the rise of mainland China. These are the same statements that they have used in Hong Kong and elsewhere when they faced resistance. I'll just read you a line quickly from the Xinhua news agency. It doesn't pull any punches. Tsai Ing-wen and the DPP use dirty tricks such as cheating, repression, and intimidation to get votes, fully exposing their selfish, greedy, and evil nature. And we got the foreign ministry spokesperson also saying that one country, two systems is still the goal for Taiwan, and that the international community should oppose Taiwan independence. Well, a lot of foreign leaders and political leaders, I should say, have come out in support of Tsai in congratulating her on the election victory. Joe Biden put out a comment, as did Mike Pompeo, the U.S. Secretary of State, and Tsai Ing-wen did meet with the leader of AIT, which is the American Institute of Taiwan, which is the de facto U.S. embassy here yesterday after her election victory.